Once upon a time, in a faraway land, down to the man, writing down his thoughts and feelings with a pen in his hand about his philosophy on how the world operates. And there in his chair, his brain contemplates how we're a slave to the trade in our everyday lives. In reality, it's just like the feeling of knives being thrown through the sky and applied to our backs, as our dreams resemble mirrors that can shatter back. His philosophy on how the world operates, and there in his chair, his brain contemplates how we're a slave to the trade in our everyday lives. In reality, it's just like the feeling of knives being thrown through the sky and applied to our backs, as our dreams resemble mirrors.
This is my story and this is my life. We all had one moment that defines who we are and changes the trajectory of our lives. I have had such a moment. But to get there, we must travel back into time. The year is 1999 and I am a junior in college at the University of Memphis. It was a bright Friday, sunny morning. The sun was beaming and the weather was being unusually warm for a March day. The day got off to its usual start. I showered, I shaved, I brushed my teeth and ironed my clothes. I was scheduled to meet a friend on campus and get a box of items returned to me. I had been anticipating this particular Friday for another reason, because my friend, who's a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, was going to be stepping later on in the day. Once I arrived on campus, I wanted to enjoy the weather, so I stood outside as I waited for my friend. First 5 minutes passed, then 10 minutes, and then 20 minutes flew by. She was late. I hear a car behind me and I finally think she had arrived, but it was not her who was pulling in to talk with me. It was the university's police department. They got out their car and demanded to know what I was doing and why I was there. I defiantly answered, "I'm standing and I'm waiting." The officer asked who I was and I refused to answer any more questions. We are both upset. The officer because I was not complying in the way he wanted, and me because I was being profiled because I'm black. The officer demanded to see my ID and I acquiesced. Unfortunate for the officer, I was a student and I actually had a right to be on campus. Thwarted by my status as a student, the officer was frustrated and called the city's police. Once the city police arrived, they were there to teach me a lesson. I was commanded to come here, and as I arrived to the police, they searched me and treated me like a common criminal. The officer asked me questions but refused to answer any of my questions. He said, "Do not speak until spoken to, and do I understand?" I replied, "Yes," and he exerted his power to demand that I humble myself to him and call him sir. Clearly, I refused to do so. He arrested me for disorderly conduct. On the way to the jail, he told me that my arrest was to teach me my place. I only could assume that meant I was unwanted, criminal, and trash, because this is how I felt. How did this change my life? It made me realize that I was a black man in the United States in the South. I could allow this to strip me of my power, agency, strength, and resiliency, or as I have learned, it has given me the ability to fight back, stand up, speak out, and to be an activist scholar.
Truth be told, yourself is your toughest opponent. When your moment comes, grab hold and own it. Never let go, stand tall and hold tight. Overcoming obstacles is the objective in life. Doubters all the night, and onto them you shine bright. Cause inside your head, on goes the light. Ignite, plant of intuition upon the stars in the night that glisten. To you they listen, to me you extend a wishing. Listen, do your own math and learn from the stuff that you are missing. Create your own path with your own vision.